Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Just Plain Living. I am John Gray.
Good morning, John Gray. I'm Peggy Burton.
And I'm Jim Fuller.
Hi, Jim.
How are you, Peggy?
I'm good. I'm glad to see y'all.
Glad to see you, too.
I'm glad to see you survive Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh, well, what a day! I'm
What a
telling
day,
you,
yeah.
who knew that was coming?
I know.
You know,
I
for
never
goodness
saw
sakes,
such a
you know.
motivated
So,
group of players in my life
Yeah.
as those Seahawks.
yeah.
They came in there ready to win.
They came after it, didn't they? But just like I said earlier, the thing that amazes me about it all, the discussion, is the Seahawks defense won the game, but Peyton Manning lost it.
I haven't heard that every time.
That's a tough
that.
thing about being the quarterback.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to get blamed for everything, no matter what. You know?
I love
Yeah,
it.
but Russell Wilson's not getting all the credit for winning.
No, he's not either. That's not, and he's a nice guy.
He's
so,
a nice
yeah.
guy,
I love
and
what
he
he said,
played a very, very, very good ball
Yes, he
game.
did.
Why not
yes,
us?
He did.
I love that statement.
Yeah. So, but the one thing that is most bothersome to me about all of it, football's over.
Football is over, and it's going to be forever before it starts again. Although this week, I think, is the college signing day. Is
High
probably
school signing days
So
Wednesday or
that's
Thursday.
exciting.
Wednesday or
for all kids.
Thursday, yeah, right? So yeah, that is exciting.
Then they have the combines.
Yeah, right.
Then it's draft.
And it's drafts, so there'll be a few
But
things coming.
there's no
Football
games.
Right, right.
No games until March Madness. I
Yeah.
enjoy watching college basketball during that time. I try to find a Cinderella team and ride them all the way to the top. My nose is itching.
What
Somebody
was
come
it?
to the
Company's coming.
Companies are coming.
Somebody
Bring a cake
offered
or a pie or a ham.
Somebody offered $1 billion if you could pick all the winners in the
Wow.
in the NCAA basketball
be
playoffs.
nice?
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
Let's see who is the guy from Texas. I can't remember his name, but anyway. The odds of doing that though are something like a trillion to one.
Trillion to one, sure.
Well, you know, Mr. Obama always has a bracket. He picks a bracket
Right.
before the thing and signs it, which I think is pretty cool. He's a big basketball fan.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. Is it just that I might have missed it before? But I don't remember a political discussion had pre-Super Bowl like there was the other day.
No, I think that was, of course, that was carried by Fox, and they're a pretty conservative network, and I think they felt like that was a good opportunity to get the president in there.
Stick a pin or two in it.
Yeah. It didn't appear to me that it worked out quite as well as they thought it might, but, they certainly had a captive audience because they just sort of inserted. That's the first time I ever remember that happening, too. You know, when you got the Super Bowl people leading up to the Super Bowl. So.
You know, for or against, I thought it was kind of indulgent upon our time for them to do that. I didn't want to hear any of it. Who wanted to hear that stuff?
I agree 100%. That just wasn't the time or place for that. You know, everybody's. You don't want to get.
Channels.
No, well, yeah, but then you wouldn't know when the Super Bowl stuff was going to start.
Yeah,
I love the
come on,
commercials.
Peggy, don't you know that?
I'm not going there.
The commercials. What was your favorite commercial?
My favorite one was the puppy and the.
And the Budweiser
Yeah,
always does a
that's
good
it,
job.
I absolutely
Good
loved
job.
it. They also did a patriotic one,
Yes, they did.
which was wonderful. So I was very.
I
appreciative
like
of
the
that.
Cheerios commercial.
I can't remember the Cheerios.
I don't
It's the
remember
one.
the
It's the one where it's a mixed race family, and they've used this mixed race family prior in other commercials, but the father has the little girl and the mama's standing back there, and he takes a Cheerio and he puts it out here and he says, "That's your mama," and he puts a Cheerio
I
out
saw
there and
that
says,
one, yeah.
"That's
I didn't see that
me,"
one.
and he puts a Cheerio out there and says, "That's you." And he looks at her and he puts another Cheerio out there and he said, "And that's your new baby brother that's coming.
Oh.
What do you think about that?" And she reaches over and gets another Cheerio out there and puts it and said, "And that's my puppy, and everything will be all right."
Now that's sweet.
And then the guy says, "Deal."
Yeah, deal.
Yeah,
deal.
yeah, right.
But
Yeah,
my
so-
favorite commercial of the whole thing, and it was sort of like the farmer commercial that they did a couple of years ago, was Bob Dylan.
Oh yeah.
The Bob Dylan, the Chrysler commercial that Bob Dylan did was incredible. And at the end of it, he says, "You get your beer made in Germany, your watches made in Switzerland. You can have your cell phone put together in Egypt, but get your car made here.
Yeah, that was good. I
And
like that.
it was all about the
Yeah.
American worker and the craft and how
Supporting that.
cars were. This is where cars were invented. It all happened in America. I just thought it was a great commercial. Plus, that's the first time that I've heard Bob Dylan say anything that you could understand in about 30 years. Usually, he just mumbles something and you go, hey, that's still
I thought it was a pretty good halftime show too.
halftime.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars was
Yeah.
great.
Handsome young
You know,
man.
and I actually like
And
this.
it-
I actually
and-
like this guy. You know, all the new music, of course, has left
And Bruno
has
is-
left me
you can
behind.
kinda understand it.
Yeah, but I mean, I like that guy.
Yeah. I do
Well,
too.
he's a showman. And
Yeah.
he proved obviously he's one hell of a drummer.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I thought that was
But-
very unique
but-
to show his tremendous talents from dance to singing to drumming. I love
Yeah,
that.
but he's a showman, and he's more like that old stage show type, big band type of a performer. I mean, he's got it, and those guys that he had up there with him. I mean,
well, I think he proved that he could hold his
there
own
was
in any audience.
oh
is
yeah,
what
I mean
like.
there was not a move. They were sort of like the not well the Four Tops did it, but who was the other band that the other ones that moved
Oh, that
exactly?
moved, a lot of
the
those.
Temptations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they had a lot of those moves and everything like that, and of course
It
it
was a
was
good
pretty
show.
obvious that the players weren't playing. But he was singing. I watched
Yeah.
real close, and I think he was singing, but the music was
You think
canned.
it was canned?
Oh yeah, well it
I
would
don't
have
see-
to
I don't
be.
see
Yeah, it
how-
would have to be,
how
probably,
else
yeah.
they could do it.
There's no way they could mic all of that and get get the sound
it
where
would
it
have been
needed
fine
to
with
be.
me if he was lip singing over his own song. I mean, why would I
Yeah.
care?
You're right.
But,
You know.
but they put on a good show, and
Yeah,
it was
it was
it was a
great.
good event. And
Yes, it was.
everything was.
So there goes $50 gazillion.
Oh yeah. Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, I think commercials on this Super Bowl were like $4.5 million
Oh, yeah.
per
30
30-second commercial.
And then,
And besides that, no telling what it cost them to produce those commercials.
oh yeah,
I mean,
there's just no.
Oh,
So,
way to
well,
do it.
and you know, a lot of the commercials. There were a lot of them that I really didn't like because they were sort of like the .com commercials from years back. When it was all over with, you didn't even know who they were,
Yeah, who they were talking
who
about.
they were talking about, and there were a lot of them had a lot of star power in them.
Yeah.
But they didn't say a lot.
And who, you know, how do you pay those guys like Schwarzenegger and all these guys to come up and be on all these ads?
When they could have gotten us for free.
yeah, we well, not free, we work cheap though. You know,
Yeah, we
$40
weren't real cheap.
well, it's $40 chicken dinners is good.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to the Olympics. I'm hoping they go well and there's no terrorist attack. It sounds exciting to me.
Yeah,
Russia's all revved
Well,
up.
if there is a terrorist attack, their chances of surviving that
Are very slim.
very slim
Yeah,
in
I
Russia.
agree. I
I'm
mean,
sure.
they are really.
Well, but
You
it's
know,
just
backing up
it's
the
just like at the Super
police
Bowl,
force.
the day before the Super Bowl, some jerk sent out a bunch of letters with cornstarch and flour in them to the
Scare everybody to
hotels
death, yeah.
around the Super Bowl. You know, I mean, why do you have to be a jerk?
Well, we can't let them hold us hostage. That's
That's
the
true.
important thing.
But this was some jerk.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, he wasn't trying to hurt anybody. He was just being a
It's
jerk.
just being a jerk. That's right.
You know,
He
so
was-
don't be a
what
jerk
was he?
out
He was
there.
probably 12 or something like that.
I think they knew. I think they
I
had
hope they
somebody.
did.
I think
I
they
hope they
found
did,
that guy
yeah.
already. I hope they did. Hope they hang him by his thumbnails.
Oh goodness.
I do too.
That'd be
Yeah.
good for him.
He deserves it.
Yeah,
He deserves
yeah.
it.
But I reached in my pocket a minute ago and found a little black bag in my pocket.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
a
I
nice
know where
event,
you've been
wasn't it?
then.
I've been to the diamond studded
And,
evening.
and
Right.
you might be holding a diamond. I
Might be holding
too.
a diamond.
We both
have
might
a little
be holding one.
We have a little report on that later on, but it
Good.
was a good event for Trinity Care Center. I think everybody had a good time.
I think so. Food
And
was
then
great.
food was great. And this weekend we have the Scottish.
Oh, that's
The
right.
Burns dinner is this
Burns
Saturday
dinner.
night. We'll have a little pre-show from that from last year, and then we also have Tanya on here with us tonight today because next weekend is going to be the Keep Coffee County
Beautification, yeah.
Beautiful's
And
fundraiser.
Community Playhouse is opening Barefoot in the Park Friday. I hope I've got
Did
that
they
right.
open it? Yeah,
This
yeah,
week.
that's right. Opens
Yeah,
this
coming
week.
this week.
So there's just all kinds of great stuff going on. and we have a lot of people come to see us. Oh, and talking about Valentine's is next week too. Of course that's a week from Friday. But I went over to the flower shop, got some lovely flowers, and I like that little look. Get that shot where Peggy is over there. Switch to that shot.
I don't.
You can't get that camera. Where's my camera?
Oh, your camera person sleeps.
Well, we'll get there. There's a heart right over her shoulder, and look at that
and
heart.
You have one too?
Yeah, look at that heart
one
back there.
Yeah, it matches my hair.
Look at that. Isn't that pretty back there? That's from the flower shop, and
she does great work.
Well, Janie's going to come stop by today and talk with us a little bit about Valentine's and some of the things they have.
And she's so gracious by giving us things at the
Yeah,
Civic Center.
and well,
I
they've allowed us allowed me to go down there and just get stuff for years.
I can't believe they still do that.
I know, it's really sweet.
And just like this arrangement back here, she'll talk about the different arrangements they have and that you can send to a friend or a loved one.
Here's my opinion: send the flowers while they're alive. Now's the
Yeah,
time.
don't take them to the funeral home. Send them
That's right.
They won't know a thing about it at the funeral home, will they? But we got a great show today. A lot of people on. And what we'll do right now is take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with the rest of today's, or the start of today's, Living Show. Don't go away.
With over 30 years experience servicing the Tullahoma area, Mike's Tire, Brake, and Muffler has become a household name in Middle Tennessee. As a family-owned business, Mike and his wife Lisa, along with their sons Jamie, Justin, and Jody, have assembled a crew that delivers quality service to go with quality products. As the only authorized Michelin and Goodyear dealer in Tullahoma, they have become the tire store of choice, being named the Tire and Brake Store of the Year multiple times. They also rent Penske trucks and are an interstate battery dealer. So if you need tires, brakes, mufflers, a battery, or maybe rent a truck, go to the place you can trust. Call Mike's Tire, Brake, and Muffler at 931-455-5150, located at 732 North Jackson in Tullahoma, Tennessee.
If you're looking for fuel, food, or fun, don't forget the Dameron Brothers stores. The Shortstop has fuel, food, and beverages. The Breeze Inn Market has party supplies, beverages, and the area's best selection of premium cigars. The Liquor Locker carries all of your favorite brands of wines and spirits. So for all your party needs, Jeff and Jay say, come on by, and thank you for the support of our businesses. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network. All right, folks, we're back, and we have with us today Winston Brooks, and Winston has brought along a really kind of a great guy. His name is Devin Armand, and we're going to talk about Arm in Arm Health. And this is a program, Devin, that you have started?
Yes, sir. It's a program, basically a class where we're educating the community on how to basically change these short-term lifestyle diets and exercise programs. People decide to go into short-term type diets. I mean, how many times do you think you've tried a diet? No offense.
Me?
Anyone you know. They do the Atkins diet. They do exercise programs.
Of course, look at me. You can tell how much I diet. But back in the time when I still do from time to time. But I just go, okay, I'm not going to eat as much.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut pasta and potatoes and bread.
And when you cut out things so quickly, and the people take these minor little, or actually it's major changes they try and do, they don't hold true to it. They don't stick with it. There's no accountability. And basically the class is designed to take 4 essentials of health, put them together, and then utilize that to optimize their health, which would include the fuel, meaning your nutrition.
Right.
I'm not saying diet, because diets are temporary. And if you have that mentality of a diet, you have a mentality of a temporary circumstance. Movement, obviously, movement's health. You get up, if you sit down all day long, things are gonna deteriorate. So movement is always gonna be health. Now, I'm not gonna say, hey, let's all join a gym and
run 5 miles a day.
Work out 2-3 hours a day, but how can you utilize your time efficiently to continuously keep a healthy lifestyle with movement? And the other 2 that people aren't very aware of is emotional management. Our stress levels go up so quickly. We increase cortisol levels, which affects how much fat is stored in our body, how much anxiety is spread out throughout the day, and how will we manage that correctly without really changing our everyday routine. And the last one is more specifically in my passion, because I'm a chiropractic intern, preventative health. For example, a lot of people are always about the quick pill fix and I'm in pain, what are we going to do? Or I have an illness, what's the first drug or surgery choice that we can do?
Right.
And we take absolutely no accountability on why we're there, what we can do to change things, and how we can approach our health with that accountability, which is why it's called Arm in Arm Health. If you ever seen 2 players on a football team go in, or a locked unity of a team, they're locked at the arms, and that sign itself is a continuous team effort. It's you're going into battle. So what I am advising is for people to come into the class and learn these lifestyle changes. Find that accountability. Bring your wife. If you have a partner, which is either me or anyone else in the community, if we can link everyone together to take that charge, to take that accountability, to move forward in health, then you've then made a lifestyle change rather than a temporary diet or a temporary fix.
Right.
So,
and where is this going to take place?
It's going to be at D.W. Wilson Community Center.
That's right.
Is that right?
So it's going to start this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. at D.W. Wilson Community Center, which is...
So this is a city-provided class?
Yes, this is through the Get Fit Tullahoma.
Get Fit Tullahoma.
Yes, sir. Get Fit, Arm in Arm Health. And as I got got to know Devin, I was just impressed by the passion he has to lead and help other people learn about their health.
Now,
so it's going to be a fun, skill-building class.
Is this a one-time class, or is this something that will be
No, it's going to be a 6-week class. It's absolutely free. We do ask if you attend to try and commit to those 6 weeks, because we are trying to track some of the progress that people make in the class in terms of their knowledge. And like I said, it's just a short hour out of each Saturday at D.W. Wilson, and you're going to learn a ton. And he's got a couple of guests that'll come in. So,
plus, I'm a fun guy. I'll keep it.
Well, that's
I'll keep it
obvious.
interesting. Otherwise, if I have to, I'll drop down and do some push-ups if it gets boring. If I see anyone falls asleep in the class, I'm the kind of guy that drop a book down. But there won't be books. Books are kind of lame. Don't worry about books.
So that's, what time is that?
10 a.m.
10 to 11.
10 to 11.
At D.W. Wilson.
That's right.
Okay.
He's got so many great little tips to help, in terms of the movement. One he was talking about the other day that he'll talk about too is the muscle in the center of the back.
The rhomboids. They're right between your shoulder blade. It's a postural muscle that nobody actually stimulates. You see all these weightlifters, all these people who are working out, and if you notice, they continue to roll their shoulders forward. They're always working out their chest. It's all about the chest. But we forget that our stability, our injury prevention actually comes from our core muscles in our back. Our rhomboids are actually bringing our shoulders back. And how many times in a day are you sitting forward, or texting, or on the computer? I mean, we're always in a closed environment now. At one point, do you decide to stand up? And really, when you get that feeling, you're just like, why am I'm stiff, And that's, part of the classes. We're going to hit a lot of different avenues on how we can improve, not just little things but big things, and not going to control anyone, but I'm going to give them that accountability, those tools to change their lifestyle for good.
Yeah, John, when he showed me this one exercise the other day, just in that rhomboid or whatever region, rhomboid region,
yeah, okay.
Man, it made a big difference. You could tell just stimulating it a little bit what a difference that makes in your posture. So those are the types of things, just changes.
And that's something that's very, I think, very difficult to do. We probably right now are the worst postured people walking around.
I know. Being a chiropractic student and a future chiropractor, I'm walking around in the mall. If you ever catch me just keeping an eye on someone, I'm just like, I want to help you. So.
And I think when you're back and you're up, it makes a different statement as to how you walk and how people perceive you.
Well,
I mean, it really does. It really does.
Definitely.
I mean, so you're walking down a back street in New York City, and you're walking up, and you're purposeful, and you're confident.
Wearing a pretty tie.
Or you're walking like this with your head down. Which guy's the burglar, the mugger, going to go after?
not
the guy with his shoulders up.
I can see where you can take that in the context. Yes, sir.
So you're going to want to call me at City Hall, 455-2648 to enroll. We already have people signing up. A lot of people have met Devin in the community, and there are a lot of fans signing up. So call soon, register early.
No, I'm actually from Smyrna.
So you're still
I'm taking a drive to help everyone.
All right, taking a drive to help. So take a walk or a drive down to D.W. Wilson. That's this Saturday, 10 to 11, and jump in there and get involved. Get fit, Tullahoma. Winston, thank you.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Bringing good stuff. Yeah, very nice to meet you, my friend.
Nice to meet you too.
Good grip. We'll be right back after these messages.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please, for the following public service announcement. He's back! The Watkins Man is back, bringing his world-famous Watkins products to 104 East Lauderdale Street in Tullahoma, where Richard and Stephanie Carpenter have opened the area's only Watkins store. Since 1886, Watkins has produced all-natural products, starting with the pain liniment and now including soaps, oils, creams, scrubs, royal jelly, beeswax, supplements dedicated to natural health and pain management, cover total external and internal body care. And don't forget the world-famous spices, extracts, teas, and cooking ingredients. With too many products to list, know that all Watkins products are 100% natural using the highest quality ingredients obtainable. Always remember with Watkins, when you buy the best, you use less.
To rid yourself of body pain, stiffness, and stress while increasing circulation, visit the Balance Spa in Shelbyville at 731 North Main Street. Or have them visit you at your office for a chair massage. Simon Cow and Maria Keys Gammon give a professional full-body foot or chair massage that makes you feel like new. Call owner Linda Hackle Brown at 931-639-4885 to set your appointment today.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham, and you're watching Just Plain Living here on Charter Channel 6.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're pleased to have joining us on the set now the Tullahoma High School band director, Greg English, who is now a master mechanic because he was stranded or could have been stranded in Atlanta with your family this past weekend.
Yeah.
And you rigged up something to tell us a little bit about that real quick.
The shift cable broke off our van, right where it connects to the transmission, and it happened once before. And of course, I called my dad first thing. We're stuck. What do we do? And he said, "We've done this before," and I thought it was with a different car. And surely enough, after a while and some stress on the part of my wife, your daughter,
right,
and got it in gear and got us back to the hotel. And after looking at it for a while the next morning, I said, I think I can rig this up so that we can get back home without having to reach our hand down in there every time we want to go forward or backwards. So after some trials and tribulation, I found a key ring and some wrapping ribbon in the back of the van, and got it reattached and got us home.
That's phenomenal, So maybe when your music career is over, you might go into auto mechanics or something like that.
You never know.
Yeah, okay. That's not why you're here today, though. However, you're here today to talk about a big event you got coming up.
Yeah, this is a really big event for our town, for our school system, for our band program. The U.S. Navy Band is coming to perform here in our gym on February 25th at 7 o'clock p.m. They're performing in the gym and not our great auditorium because they only perform venues that hold at least 1,000 people.
I see.
And our auditorium is a bit shy of that, so they're going to perform in the gym, which they actually really like, according to our contact there. It creates kind of a hometown feel, and people don't feel like they've got to dress up all nice and fancy.
Right.
And so that'll be on February 25th. It's a free concert. If you paid your taxes last year, you've already paid for the concert. You've already paid for the privilege of getting to hear them. You do have to have a ticket, though. And we've got, of course, I've got a stack of tickets I'm going to leave here with you guys today, so you can hand those out as you see.
Oh, cool.
But that you do have to have a ticket. You can get tickets from any band director in the system. You can get tickets from the main office of the high school. Just walk in and you can request up to 6 tickets from any of the helpful ladies there in our office. Or if you're not local, you can send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the high school, to the band program, Navy Band tickets, Tullahoma Band, 927 North Jackson Street, Tullahoma, Tennessee.
The Navy Band, I assume that these are actually enlisted people that's what they do is play in this band, right?
Yes, this is one of the premier wind ensembles in the country. The military bands are really good options for musicians, for our students if they want a military career, but they also want a music career. These are really good positions in our military. And of course the Navy Band, Marine Band, all of those top groups, you can refer to it as the big show. They're highly coveted positions. Only the best people get selected. When one of those spots opens up, the audition process is very rigorous and very cutthroat, and only the best people get those spots.
So, do you think they recruit people to be in the band?
No. No, people go to them.
People go to them.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. No, they announce their auditions, and those folks looking for those spots, they go audition.
It's a pretty big deal to be able to get them in Tullahoma. It appears to me.
It's very unique that they would come here. As far as I know, they've not been here before. We have a contact in the band, Bryce Edwards. He's from Murfreesboro originally. Our middle school band director, Atticus Hensley, actually taught him private euphonium lessons when he was in high school.
Really?
So he's a former student of Atticus's. I went to school at Tennessee Tech with him, as did Justin Scott. And so he contacted us and said, I'm in charge of this leg of the tour. I'd like to book your school. We said, hey, that sounds great. He says, now there's a whole bunch of stuff you've got to agree to. We've got a sponsor handbook about that thick. Week 1, week 2, week 3.
Right.
6 weeks before the performance, we had a list of things that we had to do. I've got stuff I've got to do this week. This is one of them.
Right.
To promote this concert, but it's a really big deal. The folks so far, the response from the community has been huge. People calling, do you still have tickets? And we do, but they are going fast. I'd say we're down to probably the last fourth of the 2,500 we have printed.
Now, do I recall that part of your band is actually going to play with them in one of the numbers?
One of the perks of us hosting them is 10 of our students will be selected to perform Washington Post March by John Philip Sousa with the band.
That's got to be a great honor.
I believe so. It's going to be really cool.
How does that work? Well, did they get to rehearse with them? I mean, or
they will have to be there a little bit before the performance so they can run through it with the band.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, it's a run through, so we'll have to make sure they're prepared in advance. Of course, we're going to work on the piece with the whole band.
Right.
It's a great piece. It's a good learning opportunity for our kids.
I'd have to say, if I were a high school student and got to play with the Navy band, it might give me a few butterflies.
Perhaps. Of course, they can play in the dark, so it's all good.
That's right. That's another story. But that's been part of the drills they went through this year. They had to learn to play in the dark. You might run down one. We got about 30 seconds left.
Okay.
One more time about where you get those tickets.
Okay. Well, you can go to the high school main office,
right,
and just walk in and say, I need as many as 6 tickets, and they'll give those to you. You can send us a self-addressed stamped envelope, 927 North Jackson Street, Tullahoma, Tennessee, 37388. Indicate how many tickets you want, and we'll stuff that envelope and send it right back.
Right. Okay. And I think he's leaving some here at the studio. So
indeed. And we'd like to thank Kat McMurr at McMurr's Printing, because she printed those tickets as a sponsorship, as a donation.
Great.
Thank her. Also, George Martin at Emil's. He's providing food for the entire band at a reduced rate before the concert, and Traders Bank has donated to that fund to help feed the band, and of course we're still looking for a few more sponsors.
I was going to say you would accept some more sponsors to help feed the band.
You want to feed a band member, $10
right
feeds a band member.
Yeah, or if you want to
that's not our band, it's the Navy band.
Right, and if you want to feed 70 of them, that's about $700. About $700. Okay. All right. Okay. Greg, thank you so much for being here, and we look forward to it. Navy Band coming to Tullahoma High School. What an honor. We'll be right back in just a moment, folks, right after these messages.
Welcome to Merle Norman, located inside Northgate Mall in Tullahoma. Since 1931, Merle Norman Cosmetics have been researched, developed, manufactured, and packaged in the USA, using the highest quality ingredients and unmatched customer service to help women look and feel better about themselves.
Hi there, I'm Christy Almacher, owner of Merle Norman. I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about Merle Norman products. We have a large line of skincare and cosmetics for all skin types. Merle Norman's motto is try before you buy, so we'd love for you to come in, talk to us about your concerns, try the products, and we want you to feel good when you leave here, so we hope to see you soon.
Want to feel good in your skin? Visit Merle Norman in Northgate Mall, Tullahoma.
Partners for Healing provides medical care to the working uninsured of Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. We are in Tullahoma from 8 to 5, Monday through Thursdays, and in Manchester on Fridays from 8 to 12. We provide primary medical care and offer an in-house disease management program.
My name is Rosie Mitchell, and I would just like to say I am blessed to have partners in my life.
Please call 455-5014 for more information. Thank you for being one of our Partners for Healing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Excalibur limousine provided by AAA Limousine Service, and these are the South Jackson Gatsby girls, starting the promotion for the Great Gatsby Gala that will be held at South Jackson June 7th, 2014. Get your party hat on, folks. It's gonna be a ball. What about it, girls?
Here's to ya.
Welcome back to Living. I'm on the set today with Tanya Wilkinson, and you're here to keep the Coffee County green, is that it?
Keep Coffee County beautiful.
And green.
Green.
I didn't bring your poster up,
but
okay. That's okay. You know what's happening, right?
Yeah. We're doing the Love Being Green Social this year.
And you're doing it in March.
We are doing it in March. It is going to be a St. Patty's Day celebration.
Sounds
because
like great fun. So everybody can wear green.
That's right. And actually, if you wear green, we're entering you into a special raffle.
Oh, good.
So it'll be a good incentive to get out and do something.
Okay, March 15th.
March 15th, Saturday.
At the
Lakewood Country Club. and it will be at 6 o'clock for the social hour and 7 o'clock for dinner and entertainment.
Sounds like great fun. And to get tickets, what do people need to do?
Well, people will be out in the community trying to sell the tickets, but if you want to call our office, you can call. It's 931-728-6729.
6729. 728 Manchester, right?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. They got it?
Okay.
All right, write that down and be sure and get a ticket. You want to tell us how much the tickets are?
The tickets are $35 a piece or 2 for $60. We do accept credit card this year, so you can either call in and we'll deliver them to you.
Wonderful.
That would, or we also have our raffle tickets.
So do you know how many people you have room for? Is there a limit or anything like
that?
Up
to 120 people is
120.
normally what we have. Yeah. This year we're doing a little different. We're doing 12 years of age and up, which
is that's nice.
So we're inviting our teenagers to come out. A lot of moms come alone because the dads don't want to go, and they can bring their teenager with them and teach them about.
Shame on you.
It's the truth.
To go. They all ought to go. The whole family needs to go.
They do.
12 and over.
12
and the tickets are 12 and over, and the tickets are all the same.
Yes.
Except for if you if you buy 2 tickets. Doesn't matter if you're 2 women, 2 men.
Doesn't matter.
2 whatever. It's $60, which is a good deal.
It is a good deal.
You save $10.
Right. We're more about promoting what we're doing than making money off this. This is our annual get together, so we can just show people what we're doing.
And keeping Coffee County beautiful is something we all ought to be concerned with.
It's very important. This year we're doing a little bit different again. We're offering our silent auction items will be recycled art from the community. We're also doing nurseries, are giving trees and shrubs. We have mulch and rock and grass.
Everything is keeping it green.
We're trying to
oriented.
keep it exactly.
And then you mentioned the fact that you were going to have people donate items that they collect around the house.
Yes,
to make art things, crafty things.
We're going to start doing art classes for children after school, and we're looking for items such as paper towel cobs and
those long skinny things that the paper towels are wrapped around.
Exactly.
Toilet paper
paper cobs, wrapping paper.
And you know what? The new coffee pot that has these little tiny things. Are you collecting those? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we could probably figure something out. We sure could. Anything that you think that's useful to us. Wire hangers. If you're not using them anymore, we can surely use them.
Are you teaching that class?
Yes.
You've done this before.
Yes.
It sounds exciting and it sounds like fun. It worries me there's not crafts being taught in school anymore.
Exactly.
Or
and,
if it is, I don't know about it.
The best things I have in my life are what my son gave me from making.
Yeah, and you stuck it on the refrigerator.
On the refrigerator, it's your Christmas tree ornaments every year. They're your things you look back on. And
you know when those classes are going to start?
We're going to start sometime probably about the 1st of May.
Oh, okay. So you have plenty of time to collect stuff. Now, people that want to donate stuff, where do they bring it?
They bring it to 1335 MacArthur Avenue, the county building. We're located in the county building.
Okay.
So, and if you need it to be picked up, just call our number and we'll come get it from you.
And I would guess you don't want them just to deliver a bag of trash, but a bag of usable things that are clean.
Yes, it should be clean. And we'll take everything from leftover cement, grout, tile pieces.
I think about how many people buy food that they stick in the microwave and they're in those little plastic containers. That's probably useful for something.
Yes, we
hang on to those.
The KFC ones, the little dishes with the red tops, we reuse those for putting beads and everything in, keeping all our stuff.
Old jewelry?
Yes, old jewelry.
Junk jewelry,
yes,
sort of.
Great.
Would be good for making crafts.
Making crafts.
All right, let's go back to a minute for the event on the 15th, because you certainly want to sell as many tickets as possible and as quickly as possible. And I think, do you have a deadline on ticket sales?
We do not. We go right up to the day of.
Right to the day of. And do you have the menu yet?
Actually, no. We are still working on the menu. We're trying to get it more of a traditional St. Patrick's Day menu. We are serving green beer.
Okay.
So that'll be something interesting.
Yeah, it really sounds like fun. And you encourage people to dress like St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
Wear some green.
Wear some green, something. It can just be a bow in your hair. It doesn't matter. But
a green hat. It's okay. Whatever.
Yes.
It's what is the name of it?
It's the Love Being Green Social.
Social hour starts at 6 o'clock. This is the 15th of March. Dinner at 7.
Yes.
Then entertainment, and I know that Vicki Collinsworth and Kyle Copeland have a little bit to do with that, and she's a sensational artist, so is he. So that's wonderful entertainment. Okay, you're already selling tickets, so I'm assuming the tickets are ready for people to pick up or to be sent to them.
And this year we're actually reusing the tickets from last year. We turned them over and reprinted them.
How smart is that? I love that.
We're recycling. We're following our own.
That is great. If everybody would do that, just think about it.
Exactly. It's just a little thing, but our raffle tickets we didn't use last year and our dinner tickets, we're turning them over and reprinting them.
That's awesome.
So,
well, any last minute words we need to tell the world?
Come on out and have fun. And volunteer. That is the number one thing.
I assume you're always looking for volunteers.
We are always looking for volunteers.
And if you can't go, just donate some money. That would be nice too.
Yes.
All right. We will be back with more of Living. Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and fine sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
We get closer to a world with more birthdays when we take cancer patients by the hand. We help them find answers and guidance and hope, and give them more candles to light. We're the American Cancer Society. Help create a world with more birthdays at morebirthdays.com.
I was fortunate enough the other day to go to a ribbon cutting at the new event center, and that is on South Jackson Street, right next to CD Stamps, right to the right of, the left of CD Stamps. And Tracy Burnett owns that center. It's a wonderful place, and I just wanted you folks to see what's available down there on South Jackson for you at the new event center. All right, we're at the new event center that is opened up on South Jackson Street at 205, and it's right next to CD Stamps. They are having their Chamber of Commerce ribbon cutting today. Private parties, luncheon, showers, anniversaries, receptions, seminars, and corporate events. We're inside the building now. It's a lovely facility. There's Tracy, the owner, right there. And she's the lights on. And, big enough to serve many purposes here at the new event center on South Jackson Street. It's a great turnout today for this Chamber of Commerce ribbon cutting at the new event center owned by Tracy Burnett on South Jackson Street, 205 South Jackson Street.
First of all, I would like to thank everyone for being here and coming out supporting me. I also like to give special thanks to everyone over here. Eugene London, that's been here from the beginning, and his staff. I just want to thank everyone. Thank you.
So anyway, we want to thank everybody for being here, and I know you're going to love what I'm going to say next, but we really do want to go outside to take this ribbon cutting picture.
All right, folks, this is the ribbon cutting at the new event center in Tullahoma at 205, and it's right here on South Jackson Street, and it's Tracy Burnett right there, and it's a good day.
Everybody look at Ashton.
There they are, right there.
On behalf of the City of Tullahoma and the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce, let's give the event center at 205 a big round of applause as we cut the ribbon to start this business.
And the room is full.
The highest standard of trust offers a sense of safety and comfort. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of trust in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
Have you heard that little voice that beckons you to come home to Tennessee? Well, here's your chance. Here's a property offered by its owner. It's 20 miles from the National Walking Horse Celebration grounds in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and only 10 minutes away from the Jack Daniel Distillery in Lynchburg. It's located at 769 Shipman Creek Road. This property has over a 5,300 square foot home on 45 acres, and a sprawling 200 acres is also available. Let's take a look at the house. Built in 1998, this home has 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths. This home offers wide open views, featuring the main floor with over 2,700 square feet of living room, an eat-in kitchen, a formal dining area, and a massive 20 by 19 master bedroom with a master bath and fireplace included. There is craftsmanship at every turn, solid cherry cabinets, built-in cherry shelves, and other solid cherry appointments. It's a 2-story home with 3 nicely sized bedrooms upstairs. Down a spiral staircase, the basement hosts a 40 by 40 den with a handcrafted bar. We're leaving the jukebox here, folks. The basement is a recreation room on steroids. There are too many closets to count and more than you'll ever need. There are so many places in this home to find peace that you'll seldom want to leave it. But when you do, you'll discover up to 200 acres of paved roads with city water. The property is quilted with streams, woods, ponds, and open pasture. The view from the porch alone is enough to say you're home. The property includes a 3-bay heavy construction shop and plenty of room to build stables and graze livestock. If Tennessee's been calling you home, start your journey by calling this number. A property like this comes on the market but once in a lifetime. We think you'll love it. We think you'll stay. This is a very real estate.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham from the News Channel 5 Weather Center. Look to Jim Fuller and crew for local news night here on Channel 6.
Folks, this is going to be fun right here. I have 2 sweethearts, 2 of them. Speaking of hearts, look at them. There they are. There's Janie and Kathy from the flower shop, and all of these wonderful things are available at the flower shop for Valentine's.
Correct.
And while you're both here, for 20 years of allowing us to pick and come and get and bring back, you know, I just want to thank you for that. We at P-Head Productions and Channel 6, these girls allow me to come and just get and decorate and bring back and invaluable. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome, John.
And a lot of times when we used to do the telethons, they would come over and decorate the whole set and everything. And
that's right. That was a long time ago, seems like.
We might start doing that again. What do you think?
Oh, as long as it's raising money for a good cause.
Yeah, and you're located, for those who don't know, and I'm sure everybody out there does, but this goes to 6 counties. Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of people out there who might not know that you're on Blackwell Street. Right here in Tullahoma. And
right off Jackson.
Right off of Jackson, and one street toward town from the Lynchburg Highway.
Right.
On Jackson Street. So, and they're there, folks, and they are incredibly fun, funny, and they have great and wonderful things. And from the flowers to the hearts to it just goes on and on and on. What, do you have some special things that you girls want to talk about?
Well, we do. Of course, we have our beautiful flowers, of course, and this is our Loves of Bloom bouquet for Valentine's. We can do it in different sizes, but it's just a mixture of flowers.
Right.
This is called the Perfect Pair, which is red and pink, and we have Gerber daisies and alströmerias and wax flower, and we do...
And little pink hearts.
Yeah.
And it's in a cubed container, so it's kind of different.
Yeah.
than what just the tall things.
I like that.
Yeah. We do the cubes, and then we also do some bubble bowls, which people seem to really like. It's just kind of a different look.
Yeah. Okay.
So
then you could put it on your table and you could see over it if you wanted to have when you're having your romantic dinner.
Your romantic dinner.
That's right.
And
That's right.
I know you have everything else down there. Candles, I've always loved your candles that you have down there. Mm-hmm. And you also have jewelry selections and belts and what is that? Speaking of that, what is that?
Okay, this is a sarong in the Valentine's colors, and of course it could also be a shawl, or it could be used for a tablecloth or cover. But it's a square, large square. But it's very pretty colors. And then we have a tote, a matching tote, to carry things in, or a beach bag, or whatever. Kind of cold for a beach bag, but if you're going,
they may be taking a holiday,
be taking spring break.
Yeah, there you go. But that's also like if you were going somewhere and helping somebody prepare somewhere not at your own home. You could have the cloth, and then you could be bringing stuff in a bag that matches. And
but we have a lot of
pretty
a good selection of handbags and scarves. Showing them.
Here's one of the
that's just one of the scarves that we have. But we have a great selection of scarves.
This one's got some really pretty colors in it.
Well, and they're always very different. I know the tablecloth that I have on the set that we use, not right now because it's winter, but most of the time other than winter on the Tennessee Traveler set is a big check, multicolored pink and yellow tablecloth that I got down there at your place. So your textile goods down there are always... they're special because they're not that thing that you see everywhere.
Right.
You go to market and you buy this stuff, and you girls have really, really good taste.
Oh, thank you.
In what you do. Well, and you can go in a whole lot of places and see the same old stuff, but when it's cool is when you go somewhere and see that unique piece that you're not, everybody in town's not going to be.
Hopefully,
the same thing around.
Yes, yes. And we have headbands. This is really great for the younger kids. We have a great selection of headbands in different colors, and we also have some beautiful jewelry that would be great Valentine gifts.
Yeah, this is Fabu.
Fabu?
Which would go really good with that scarf.
Fabulous.
They have a little turquoise, and then we have the pearls, and they're kind of different. No two pairs probably are alike because I think they're handmade, aren't they? So they're interesting. Then they also do the necklace that is down there, and it has the pearls, and I think it says "Enjoy Life" on the thing. So those are neat.
This is it right here, John.
What is this?
Oh, this is. Do you remember having one of these when you were young?
Is it a kaleidoscope?
It's a kaleidoscope,
but not like ours, where you had to turn.
This one you just turn it back and forth, but it's really, really beautiful, and these are great gifts for children.
Yeah,
we've got all different kinds, and then here's some more jewelry that we brought.
I think I have this bracelet on. Right here, which is I think it's 18. So our jewelry is not
expensive. Hold them up where she can get a camera shot.
Okay.
There you go.
That is a wrap bracelet. It's beautiful.
The wrap bracelets are so popular, and we have different colors. Here's one that's got some of the turquoise and the red and the green.
Right.
And
I'm Fabu.
And a lot of mix and match.
Of course you are.
I'm Fabu. I like this because this sort of looks like you see so much of the what is it, Pompeii, the movies and stuff. A lot of the stuff is going back to the more Egyptian and old looking stuff, and to me that has that look to it. It's very pretty.
Yeah, but it has a message. I think it does say enjoy maybe enjoy the journey. That may be it.
Oh, look, there's 3 of them.
There's 3. Yeah, we had it turned over, Ron.
Turned over. There you go. Three little deals there.
Yes, and we carry some belts, some different novelty belts, different unusual colors, and
we just
these have been real popular.
Pick out different stuff.
Yeah. What I like about coming down there so much is the unique things that you have, and it's like this heart that we showed back here. The candles, all these beautiful candles that I have over here is stuff that I got at the flower shop. The candle holders, the tall, like this one back here, you can't, it's hard to see that, but it's with the heart in front of it, but it's white and sort of a shabby chic looking thing. But the containers that they have and the stuff to help you decorate, you know, that intermediate stuff that might not be a decoration in its own, but it helps you. It's that perfect candle holder that helps you put your candle up and make things right. And the cloths that go underneath, the flowers that go on top of the cloths, just all of that stuff is
We've helped people, you know, do like things on their mantle. You know, we'll help them get a collection together to go on their mantle.
Jamie's actually emptied our mantle and put things up there and let people take pictures with their cell phone, because, you know, once they get it back home, they would say, oh, I can't do that. I don't want, you know, you can do it so much better. So we give them, I mean, we work with people.
I know,
really try.
Well, and that's what, you know, that's what decorating a tree is at Christmas time. You go down there and you have all those beautifully decorated Christmas trees. Well, you know, if all those ornaments are in a box, stacked side by side, nobody's going to look at that and go, well, that's going to be pretty on my tree. But when they see that tree decorated entirely as it should be done, they go, oh, yeah, I see the vision now. And, you know, it's funny, we even go down to talk to Janie and the girls down there about paint colors, because they are really good, and not many people are good at picking paint colors. They might think they are, but they're not.
Waste a lot of money with those samples.
Well, it takes a very good eye, and in all things decorating, these ladies right here have a very good eye.
Oh, thanks,
At
John.
the flower shop, and that's again on Blackwell Street here in Tullahoma. And what's the website?
Actually, it's not really upright at the moment.
Well, neither's ours. So don't worry. But you're on Facebook.
We're on Facebook.
Yes, we are.
We do have on Etsy, the flower shop at etsypages.net, I believe.
Yeah, there's so many ways out there.
You can see a little
but
bit
Facebook,
about us.
I know you're on Facebook and see your stuff up there.
And call us.
So, and call them. That phone
I wanted
number.
to point out for men, we have these little dop kits. These are made out of ties, real ties, and then we have picture frames, which are kind of different for men, because you know you got to have
something in the background.
something for your sweetie.
That's right. That's right. Wear a daisy. Walk in with a daisy for your sweetie. Here you go. Love you, girls. Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
Folks,
Thank
remember
you.
the flower shop on Blackwell Street. We'll be right back after these messages.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Monteagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com, featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please, for the following public service announcement. He's back! The Watkins Man is back, bringing his world-famous Watkins products to 104 East Lauderdale Street in Tullahoma, where Richard and Stephanie Carpenter have opened the area's only Watkins store. Since 1886, Watkins has produced all natural products, starting with the pain liniment and now including soaps, oils, creams, scrubs, royal jelly, beeswax, supplements dedicated to natural health and pain management, cover total external and internal body care. And don't forget the world-famous spices, extracts, teas, and cooking ingredients. With too many products to list, know that all Watkins products are 100% natural, using the highest quality ingredients obtainable. Always remember, with Watkins, when you buy the best, you use less.
To rid yourself of body pain, stiffness, and stress while increasing circulation, visit the Balance Spa in Shelbyville at 731 North Main Street. Or have them visit you at your office for a chair massage. Simon Cow and Maria Keys Gammon give a professional full-body foot or chair massage that makes you feel like new. Call owner Linda Hackle Brown at 931-639-4885 to set your appointment today.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
I'm meteorologist Leland Statham, and you're watching Just Plain Living here on Charter Channel 6.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're pleased to have joining us on the set now Pastor Jim Zidane, who is with Christ Community Church here in Tullahoma, and always has this guy's pretty active, and he's always doing some really neat things. And I've got to first ask him today, what's he doing? This is kind of an unusual.
I'm hoping this will catch on here in Tullahoma.
You know, it may. It may. What's the story behind it?
Well, these are the robes that the pastors wear in rural Africa, the people that we worked with in Swaziland. And we have a missions conference coming up, so I thought it'd be fun to come on. And
well, okay, it fits right in then.
Yeah,
it's quite appropriate.
Yeah.
Tell us about a little background here, though. You spent like what, 6 months?
Yes, we tried to go for a year in 2011. My family, my wife and I, and our 4 children all went to Swaziland and Mozambique for 6 months.
Yeah. And that I'm sure was an adventure. I know we've talked about that before.
Oh yeah, it's tremendous. It's funny now the kids are talking about it more and saying that they wish they could go back and appreciating it more. It was hard for them to leave Tullahoma for close to a year.
Yeah, because that was the culture there is quite different than it is here.
Yeah.
Now, does that somehow tie into what you're doing at your church in the coming weeks here?
Yes. We've been trying to get our people more acquainted with foreign missions, and the man that I worked with there, Bruce Britton, he and his wife were missionaries in Swaziland for their entire life. They raised their children there, and he'll be our keynote speaker. Our conference will run this Sunday at 9:30. He begins by this wonderful children's story time. He's a master storyteller. And then at 10:45, he'll have the keynote session. And then at 6:30 Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night, he'll be speaking. We also have a young man that was in my first youth group that now is a missionary in Egypt and that part of the world who's going to share about that part of the world.
You also mentioned, I think, that you're having this the first part of the week so that everyone's invited, not just members of your church.
Yeah, that's why I'm so glad you let us come on, because I have so many friends in the community that attend other churches, so they will be able to attend their normal services if they choose and then still join us on Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night.
Okay.
So Wednesday night we're going to have a special world buffet banquet. So foods from all different parts of the world. We have several college students that have been to Papua New Guinea this summer and to Indonesia, and they're going to be sharing their reports. So kind of a missions carnival.
Right. And the phone number's on your screen there, folks.
Great.
But where is your church located, Jim?
It's at 716 West Side Drive. Okay. So you just follow Cedar Lane down and take the old Winchester Highway. Right. We have a big brick sign, and it has an announcement about our festival.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's say that sounds like a great event. And, you're always doing something a little bit different, I guess. And do you find that helps you in your ministry here in Tullahoma, but the times that you spent doing other things?
Actually, the man that I'm having speak was my physics teacher my junior year in high school. He's the best teacher I ever saw, and he's very much uses illustrations and things. And so I've just always tried to teach using illustrations and pictures. I think it helps people learn better.
Right.
Yeah.
I've always been fascinated by your time that you spent in Swaziland. How difficult was that for you guys to adapt to that culture for that long?
You know, it's a surprise. I think we can do a lot more than we think we can. Some kids young men just wrote a book called Do Hard Things. So I just wanted to put my kids and my family in a situation where we were a little bit challenged, and you just rise to the occasion, But it was wonderful, and we had experiences that we'll never forget. So you just got to try different things.
What do you think was the biggest difference in their culture and ours here?
Well, to be quite honest, we went to a culture where when our kids walked down the main street, they were the only white children, not on the street, but I mean they were the only white children. When we would go to a church service, they were the only white children that had ever been sometimes in that village or in that valley. And that's great to flip it around where you're the minority. And I think my children learned more through that experience. They were terrified when they arrived. By the time we left, they would leave in the morning, "See you, Dad," and they'd be out in the middle of the town running down the street, you know.
Yeah.
And that was probably the most valuable and most challenging experience.
Right. And so, where were they as far as modern conveniences that we are take for granted?
It's amazing. You know, cell phones have made you know, it's so easy for everybody to have one. And you'd see children running through fields in these far-off places with a cell phone around their neck, you know.
Yeah.
So technology is there just about wherever you go. The modern conveniences, heat in their home, water in their home, they were still doing that by, you know, building fires and walking quarter of a mile, a half a mile to get their water. So there's a lot of the technology that we see, but then there's a lot of the support systems that they don't have, but they get along without them.
But you living here and obviously connected with them spiritually, I assume, and understood what they were.
You know, people are all the same. I heard a verse today from the Bible. Jesus said, how can you love God whom you've not seen if you don't love your brother whom you have seen?
Right.
And that's why I'm trying to get people interested in missions, because if we're not caring for our brothers and sisters who have less, that live just next door or across the ocean, you know, I think we need to check ourselves and say we have this great love for God, but He's put our brothers and sisters around us, and a lot of them have so much less of access to the gospel and resources, and we overlook that. So I'm trying to challenge people to rethink that.
Right. Okay. And once again, if you want more information about what we're talking here, that's Jim's
Please, that's my cell number. Just give me a call. We'd love to have you join us.
Okay. And this is going to be happening Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right?
Yes.
This week.
Yes.
And Jim says he planned that so that people from other churches or anybody can come and not conflict so
It's
much
our
with
first
it.
missions conference, and we planned it with Valentine's Days. It's kind of our view of God's plan to give a Valentine to the world, you know, show His love for the world. So come and join us this year, and I'm sure you'll want to come back.
Okay. Love the jacket, by the way.
Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks for having me on.
All right. We'll be right back in just a moment, right after this.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and signed sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
We get closer to a world with more birthdays. When we take cancer patients by the hand, we help them find answers and guidance and hope, and give them more candles to light. We're the American Cancer Society. Help create a world with more birthdays at morebirthdays.com.
We're back here on Living, and it's always a pleasure to be here because I always bring someone in from the Shelbyville and Bickford County area, just very distinguished. We are very privileged to have with us Dr. Jennifer Veldhuis. She is internal medicine and pediatrics there in Shelbyville. Welcome,
Thank
Jennifer.
you.
Always
Thank you for
good to
having
see
me.
you.
Thanks.
And before, you know, I'm not going to wait till the end of the show, but I've known you since you were like this.
I know. We came on with Beanie Babies on your show.
Absolutely. Still collect those, maybe?
We
no.
have them in a large trunk,
Okay.
but we don't collect them anymore. No.
Okay, you and your wonderful sister Laura. Yes, so great to have you here. You know, something that is just, I guess, evidently with us every year, cold and flu.
Exactly.
And this actually starts in the fall of the year, maybe October or so. It goes on through maybe early spring. It's certainly in full-fledged. And a lot of controversy maybe when it comes to, do I get the shot? Do I not get the shot?
Yeah.
Let's talk about all of this because I think it's very essential. Should a person actually take that flu shot or vaccine?
Absolutely. I think the vaccine itself is something that is very low risk and very safe and can actually prevent serious illness with the flu, if not prevent the flu altogether.
Right.
So it is important to think about those things and your risk of flu. We obviously worry more about the people over the age of 65, people with other what we call comorbid conditions, which is a fancy word to say, do you have things like diabetes? Do you have emphysema? Do you have even high blood pressure, a history of heart attack? So we do worry about those patients a little more because they're more likely to end up in the hospital and seriously ill from the flu. So we very strongly recommend it for those. Others who are out there who are healthy, as you've probably seen in the news, that they are, you know, not without serious problems with the flu. It's rare to have a healthy young person get very sick from the flu that requires them to be in the hospital or even the intensive care unit. But it does happen, and so I think it's a low risk alternative to have, you know, to prevent something that could potentially cost you your life.
Exactly. And I newscast the fact that younger and younger individuals are actually being attacked this year.
Yes.
So that's, as you said, kind of rare, but it happens.
Yes, it does. It's interesting because a lot of the strains that they've isolated are the H1N1 isolate from 2009. So it's still sticking around, and my thought is if you've had vaccines since the 2009 H1N1 season, you've probably been somewhat resistant to getting that. So you know, there's a benefit there, and it's obviously never really worth the risk of your life.
Exactly. Some other precautionary measures, of course, washing those hands. That sanitizer is always a great thing to have everywhere you go, but some of the things that we can do to maybe ward off some of the colds and flu.
Well, obviously, you know, washing your hands is the biggest thing, and there's a reason that we say that all the time, because washing your hands is something that I'm around sick people every single day. I've had the flu shot and I wash my hands, and knock on wood, I haven't really gotten the flu or any serious illness yet this year. Of course, it's not over yet, but it does work, and it helps prevent those things. Other things, you know, exercise, drinking plenty of water, having a healthy diet to try to control any of the other things that we talked about, you know, high blood pressure, heart disease risk, things like that, to sort of lower your risk of those other conditions that could make the flu a lot worse.
Exactly. When is it time to actually go to the doctor? After a sore throat or a fever? How long do we wait?
It depends, but most of the time I would say within the first 24 hours, especially if you're worried about flu with body aches, high fever, cough has been pretty severe this year with the flu. Within 24 to 48 hours, if you're evaluated, you can take a medicine called Tamiflu, which lowers the time that you have the flu. So say the flu lasts for 7 days without Tamiflu. Well, it may last for 5 to 6 days, which may not seem like a lot, but when you're laying there with the flu for a week, you might be happy about having less than 7 days of it. The other things that with the flu that you want to have evaluated quickly is especially if you have any of those other conditions, because we do need to get you Tamiflu. We do need to make sure that we control your fever and keep you hydrated, and so that maybe some of those patients all have come back pretty frequently during the course of it. But I would say within the first 24 to 48 hours of a fever, sore throat, something like that, go ahead, call your doctor. Come on in, and we may be able to treat you, especially if it's strep throat. We can do an antibiotic, and usually within 24 to 48 hours you're much better. So
have you seen a lot of the strep this year?
Absolutely. Lots of strep throat. There's pretty much, as I tell my patients, everything's going around. Bronchitis, strep, sinus infections, flu, all of it's pretty much around, stomach bugs, things like that. So it's like circulating.
We're in a sinus belt or allergy belt, it seems. So everyone is pretty stricken with something as far as sneezing, runny eyes, and and things.
Oh yeah, I was actually sneezing this morning, and I said something must be blooming. It's hard to imagine that outside with the weather, but yeah, we really are. Tennessee, and especially I think in this area with the horses and the hay and the farms, if you have allergies to pollen, you're gonna develop sinus issues here, and you know, it's a beautiful place to live, but sometimes that's the price you pay.
Absolutely. Of course, from what age to what age are those vaccines really potent, I guess you could say? Children take those.
Flu vaccine?
Exactly.
So you can start doing the flu vaccine up to 6 months in children. So you have a child who once they're 6 months old, you can do a flu vaccine from that point. And then really all the way up, 90, 100, I would recommend everybody get the flu vaccine. There's 2 different vaccines. There's the shot injection, and then there's also the spray. The difference is the spray is actually the live flu virus. And so if you have any conditions, lung problems, blood pressure issues, any other health issues, we usually don't recommend that because it is a little bit more risky. There's some studies that have shown that it can cause some respiratory issues. But the shot itself is safe. It's killed flu vaccine, and 6 months all the way up to 96 or 106 or 116, whichever. So.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Of course, you're located there in Shelbyville, internal medicine and pediatrics.
That's right.
You've got the little ones.
That's right.
That's a joy. That's a joy. You actually, not too awfully long ago, opened that practice there in Shelbyville. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
It's located on Madison Street. In fact, give us the particulars as far as address and phone number.
So it's 1401 Madison Street, 685-2025. Of course, the 931 is the area code.
Absolutely.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. We're taking all sorts of patients, even if you don't have insurance.
There you go. Well, Jennifer, it's just been a pleasure, and it's great just seeing you every time I see you and such. Henry and Jennifer, your mom and dad, just very proud of you.
Yeah.
I was asking you just a few minutes ago, how long did it take you actually to get to the point that you're at?
So, after high school, I did 4 years of college, 4 years of med school, and then 4 years of residency training in Birmingham. So 12 years.
Congratulations.
It's been great.
Wonderful, wonderful. Jennifer Feldhaus has been our guest on this particular segment. Of course, you can catch Jennifer there in Shelbyville. Those particulars on the screen. That's another segment for Living. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a moment.
When you see the sign, The Main Event, take a close look inside at a hair studio that offers services by some of the best master stylists in Middle Tennessee. These stylists offer a list of services that compete with large city salons, from trendy cuts for men, women, and children, to the latest color techniques, including highlights and bold color accents. Other services offered include permanent hair weaving and relaxing to formal hairstyle for that special occasion. You can also give yourself a very special treat with a full makeover, including full body waxing. For your convenience, we are open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until the last client leaves happy. Call and make your appointment at 931-571-8682 or stop by our Tullahoma location at 207 North Jackson Street. Pamper yourself at The Main Event today.
Welcome back to Living. One of my favorite people's here today. Hey, Kevin Whipple with the animal shelter here in Tullahoma with Toto.
Toto, yep.
And where's Dorothy in her red shoes?
Yeah, she's not here right now.
Toto's so cute. We've all been talking about the commercial for the Super Bowl with the dog in it and how much we loved it. Well, there's all kind of dogs over at the animal shelter, and you can just go over there and get yourself one. Tell me how old Miss Toto is. It a girl? Or
no,
boy?
He's a little male, and he's probably about a year and a half. He's probably about 2 years.
He's still sort of a puppy, isn't he?
Yeah,
he looks gentle. He's been very good.
He's a very good dog. He's very gentle. He's already grown, so he's not getting any bigger. So anybody who's looking for a small dog, Toto's available for adoption.
Oh, and he's so good. He just loves being rubbed. I saw you scratching his belly.
Yeah, he rolled over in my lap and let me pet his belly. So.
I know that several things go on at the animal shelter. Number one, you're always wanting to adopt out the dogs because there's nothing. They need a home. They need a home, and you all are so good to the animals over there, and you're always willing to take some donations. I know.
Yep.
But you said that something was coming up.
Well, we do have an adoption event coming up.
Yeah.
And what you would want to do, just keep up.
Y'all have a Facebook page, don't you?
Yeah.
And so it would be Tullahoma Animal Shelter?
Yeah, go to Facebook and it'll be Tullahoma Animal Shelter, and we're going to put up on it what we're having through the month. So we got a few exciting events coming up this month.
Oh, good.
So
and you said something about the pizza. Which pizza place? Papa John's?
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut, sorry.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut is going to give so much.
They're going to be working with us
So go down to Pizza Hut and get a pizza, and part of the money.
Yeah, but you'll have to come to the adoption event to get the
coupon.
Because it's going to
do we know when the adoption event is?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but we're going
to
be.
Facebook.
It's on Facebook, yeah. I
or
can't
call
remember
that number. And if you're looking for a dog, call that number. Or just go down to the shelter during the day, which is from what to what?
Yeah, it's usually been open from 7 to 4:30 or 5.
Okay. And Toto is ready to go home with somebody right now. He had his shots?
He's been dewormed, and he's had a parvo distemper shot.
Okay.
So
he's spayed, neutered?
No, he's not neutered yet. But with every adoption, with every $35 adoption, you'll get a certificate to get them neutered or spayed for free.
And that's
at the Middle
wonderful.
Tennessee Spay and Neuter Clinic in Shelbyville.
We want to encourage people to, unless you're in the business of raising dogs, but you take care of your animals. Get them spayed, get them neutered.
Yeah.
Same with cats and anything you've got hanging around the house, probably. But this is a wonderful dog, and not very old, and would make. It seems to me like he'd make a good pet for almost any age.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Just about, yeah. He's a real good dog.
He seems alert. Look at that face. Gotta love it. I thought he looked like a little fox at first. He's got
he does kind of look like a
red
fox.
coloring like a fox.
Yes, he does.
What's made you want to work at the shelter?
I've
you
always,
just love them?
I do. I've always had that. I've always had that love for them. I was going to school to be a vet tech, and I decided that thing. It just wasn't school. wasn't my thing. It wasn't for me. So I got into this field.
You love working around the animals.
I always have since I was real little.
That's great, and that touches my heart because I know that the animals are well cared for.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than thinking somebody that hates animals. Did you see this thing recently on the news where the dogs had been painted, and they did find them in Nashville, and the shelter was trying to clean the dogs up.
Oh, really?
And they were almost dead. It's
That's
horrible.
a shame.
I don't know why people would ever
some
do
people,
that.
I don't understand how.
I hope people have been keeping their animals in with this horrible weather.
Yeah, or if it gets real cold again, it's good if you have an outside dog to have straw or cedar chips or something in their doghouse,
so that they can cuddle up in it.
Yeah, and you got to check on them every.
And you have to check the water all the time because it freezes.
It freezes.
It's really important.
Those days when it gets real cold with us, that water will freeze in sometimes 30 minutes. It'll be frozen.
Animals eat more when it's cold.
Yeah, they will. They'll to pack on weight and stuff.
I thought so.
Mm-hmm.
So do I. Anyway, I'm packing on weight. I got to watch it, but. I would encourage people to go to the shelter and get an animal, and I guess you can look around and take your pick.
Yeah.
I mean, you might love a big dog, or you might rather have a small dog, and a gentle dog or a hyper dog.
Yeah.
So you have all kinds, I think.
Yeah, we do.
How many are down there right now?
We got right around 57. That's about average right now. So.
And they're all pretty well.
They're all
trained or whatever.
They're all pretty good. They're all pretty healthy.
Like if I was looking for just a house dog, I could be assured that I'd get a dog that was trained already.
Yeah, we should be able to, because we usually try to keep out and see if we can find one that's already house trained. Because a lot of them won't go in their kennels if they are, and they'll wait on us to take them outside.
And that's really something.
It is. It's hard.
I know people that work all day and come home and take their dogs out.
Yeah.
I've always wondered how that worked.
Yeah, we've always done that, and. So
Is there anything special that we need to say to the public before we go? Be sure people to call and look for an animal and
come on down
and come
look for
and
an animal.
get Toto. Bless his heart. He's a good dog. He needs a home. Kevin, thank you for what you do.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Toto. We'll be back with more living.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network. This. Hello, folks. Welcome back. We just need to figure out. We closing here. We have something after closing.
They said talk for 2 minutes.
Talk for 2 minutes.
That could be really challenging. For us.
No, not for us. Not for us. Not after the day we've had. Thank you, Marilyn. We appreciate everybody.
I hope somebody gets that little dog.
Oh,
that was a cute
Toto.
Dog.
Toto was a fine dog.
And Toto too.
Toto too.
There you go. That might be Toto number 27 right
well, I'm
there.
hoping some people
Yeah,
will
they
come.
name all those dogs. I reckon they come in down there. So
I'm hoping some people will come to Bell Buckle Banquet Hall on the 15th of February. Our band will be there playing for a nice dinner dance.
Yep.
So
good place to be.
I can't tell you what the phone
what
number
the phone
is,
number
but
is,
I know
what
it's
the
on
ticket
Facebook.
price is.
Do you know where you know how to get there?
I know where it is. I know how to get
How to
there.
get
I got
there.
a GPS.
Okay.
I don't know
All
whether
right.
your GPS will work down there or not.
They're
You
very
say-
gracious down there. I love Bell Buckle.
Cell phone service down there is just the only way you can get a cell phone call down there is to go stand next to the railroad tracks.
I started to say because I know I called you one day to find out where
And
the
you
banquet hall
couldn't-
was. I was in Bell Buckle, but that's where I was.
Well, you
I was
know,
standing next
it's
to the
not like
railroad track.
Bell Buckle is huge.
No.
I mean,
Right.
You go to Bell Buckle, across the tracks, and you're going to run into, there's
Something.
a cafe, and then there's the banquet hall.
Yeah, that
Southern
was
Charm.
That was
Yeah.
kind of stupid, I
Southern
guess. But
Charm, cute place.
I could have walked around and looked for it, but I thought my old buddy John knows where it is. So.
But you know, it's funny when you leave Bell Buckle and you go up the hill a little bit, then you
Yeah.
get cell service again. But when
Yeah.
you're down there, and I guess it's the steel of those railroad tracks acts like an antenna.
Yeah.
Probably.
Because you can get over next to the railroad tracks and get a
Yeah.
little service maybe. But,
And don't forget the play opening this weekend here in Tullahoma. There's probably something going on in every little hamlet and town in the area.
we're full of stuff to do, folks. Stay warm and dry out there, and watch Charter Channel 6 and find out all your local information, all the great things we do here for you. We do them for you. So keep us tuned in and go see our sponsors and thank them and buy something while you're in there. That'll make all of us happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
It will.
We'll see you next
Bye-bye.
week, folks.